Today we discuss about fisheries sector in Kerala. The Fisheries Department of Kerala is one of the most important productive and development sectors of the state. About 3% of the economy is attributed to fisheries. The Department of Fisheries was established on 1st November 1956. Fisheries sector plays a crucial role in the growth of Kerala economy. The importance of fisheries sector is that it provides employment and income to more than 1 million people, either directly or indirectly. It satisfies the protein requirement of unprivileged population, and it provides a considerable revenue, especially in the form of foreign exchange. In India, Kerala occupies a foremost position in marine fish production, is accounting 20% of the total landings. Kerala, with its extensive coastal belt of 590 km and 3,600 square km of exclusive economic zone and an extensive inland water spread of about 4 lakh hectares, provides with abundant fish. As 590 km is the coastal belt area, and this economic zone area is 3,600 square km, and the 4 lakh hectares of land is water spread with abundant fish. Then total populace of fishermen residing in Kerala is estimated to be 11.114 lakh. Fishermen are residing in Kerala, which includes 8.55 lakh in the marine sector and 2.55 in the inland sector. Out of this, the number of active fishermen is 2.28 lakh. Here 1.90 lakh in marine sector and 0.42 in inland sector. Currently, there are 222 fishing villages in the marine and 113 fishery villages in the inland sector, where fishing and related aspects provide livelihood to a vast majority of population. Nearly 12% of the fisher folk make out of their living from allied activity like marketing, repairing nets, fish vending, processing and other activities. Although the fish catches from Kerala coast includes more than 300 different species, the commercially important ones are about 40 only. Prominent among them are seerfish, pomfret and prawn. Although Kerala boasts of the highest physical quality of life in the country as measured by human development indicators, it is a fact that state fishing community has largely been left out of the general development experience. Traditional fisher folk who had no other employment option suffered, and as a community they continue to lag behind the rest of the state in all areas of development. The fisherman community could not be sidelined, as this sector gives the cheapest source of protein to the deprived sections of the society. To change this disparity and to bring them part of the mainstream society, the government and Fisheries Department has undertaken various projects and programs for increasing production, for conserving and ensuring sustainable exploitation of fish wealth, for promoting cultivation of fish and prawns, for development of fishing harbors and facility for landing of fish, for strengthening facility for landing of fish, for strengthening facility for marketing of fish, and for the uplift and welfare of this fisher folk. Way back in 1988, Kerala set the trend by using an annual fishing closure as a tool in the management of fishery resources, and several coastal states in India have subsequently followed this route. Ban on monsoon trawling has proved to be an effective measure to conserve fish resource for the sustainable development of fishery in the state. Next, we discuss about the objectives of fisheries sector in Kerala. First one, the implementation of the policy of Government of Kerala for the socio-economic development of fishermen. First objective, to improve the status of fisherman community in Kerala. Second objective, undertaking various production-oriented schemes for the development of fisheries sector. Thus, implementation of various production-oriented schemes for the development of fisheries sector. Third one, serving as agency for sustainable fishery and conservation of fish resource. How to sustain or how to preserve the fish resources, and sustainable, how to maintain a sustainable fishery. That is the third objective. Then fourth one, extension of fish culture in available water sources. The water sources are to be best utilized for fishing. That is extension of fish culture in available water sources. Then next objective, protect the interest of fisher folk, protect the interest of fisher community, of fish farmers, then fish traders and exporters or consumers. Ensure disease-free quality shrimp fish seed to farmers. Next objective, to ensure the disease-free quality shrimp and fish seed to farmers, to provide the best seed to farmers or best quality shrimp or fish seed to farmers, that ensuring the quality. Then next one, taking steps to assist fishermen and fish farmers, to assist the fish farmers to get better returns, to help the fishermen or the fish farmers to get better returns for their output or for their product. Next one, implementing schemes for increasing infrastructure in the coastal area. And then next objective, to implement different schemes for increasing infrastructural facilities in the coastal area. In the coastal areas, the poor farmers have no capacity to transport their output from rural areas to urban areas. The government should take some steps or measures to implementing the schemes for increasing infrastructure in the coastal area. That is the 8th objective. Next, to develop new technologies in fisheries sector. To develop new technologies in fisheries sector. Then implement schemes for upgrading the educational status of the children of fishermen. The government should also take steps to upgrade the educational status of the fishermen community or the next generation of fishermen community. Then government should take steps, or government should implement schemes for the welfare and upgrade of fishermen. Then taking steps to assist fishermen and fish farmers to get better returns. And to assist the fishermen and fish farmers to get better returns, we already seen the same point in the above. Yes, next one is the stabilization of price of shrimp and fish seed. To stabilize the price of this fish seed and stabilize the price to farmers also. The development of marketing infrastructure for early marketing of the yield. Marketing infrastructure also should develop by the government. Government should take some measures to provide a proper marketing facility to fish farmers. Then maintenance of hygienic fishing harbors. Then landing centers and auction halls. It's also very important. The fishing hygiene, fishing harbors, landing centers, and auction halls are to be provided to become hygiene. The maintenance of that hygienity is also important. Then last point is to make simplified rules and procedure and to be vigilant against all malpractices. And the government should always vigilant about all malpractices done in this fishing sector. Many kinds of rules and procedures should also implement for the purpose. That is also the important objective of this fishery, development of the fisheries sector. Hope everything is clear for you. Thank you.